Hello, today we're going to look at Buck, and Buck is a strategy for attacking word problems.
The buck strategy is an easy strategy to remember the name because buck reminds me of money, and anything money is important. The B in buck stands for box the problem, or box the question. So as you're reading a problem, you want to reread it and write in the problem, put a box around the question sentence. The U in buck stands for underline the information needed to solve the problem. So as you read the problem again, you're going to underline the important information that's actually needed to answer the question that you have boxed in. C stands for circle any important vocabulary. So as you read it, any vocabulary that's important to help you solve the problem, you want to put a circle around. And K stands for knock out any unneeded information. So you're going to just cross it out. You can put a dashed line or a straight line through. Just black out anything that you don't need to solve the problem. A lot of times in word problems, they'll put in extra information to kind of trick you and make the problem a little more difficult. Okay, so here we have our first word problem. We're going to try out the buck strategy. Remember that the B in the buck strategy stands for box the problem. So first we're going to read the whole problem through and then go back and find what is the problem, what is the question asking. It says the football team is selling t-shirts to raise money for new uniforms. Each player must sell enough t-shirts to pay for his jersey with the profit from the sale. The booster club will pay for the other equipment. How many t-shirts must each player sell if t-shirts sell for $12 but cost the team $5? The team buys 300 t-shirts to start the sale. Jerseys cost $65 each. So as I go back to the B, box the question that they ask in this problem is how many t-shirts must each player sell? Okay. Now I'm going to be underlining for you in buck, underlining the important information that's needed to solve this problem. So as I read the problem again, well, we're concerned about how many t-shirts each player must sell. So we kind of probably need to know that t-shirts sell for $12 and they also cost the team $5. It says the team buys 300 t-shirts to start the sale. I don't know if I need that. Jerseys cost $65 each. Well, it does say how much do they have to sell to pay for their jerseys, so they do need to know how much the jersey cost. So it's $65 for the jersey. And that's probably about all of the important information that we need to solve this problem. Out of all the words, this is a very wordy word problem, I only need less than half of them to figure out the problem. The C in buck stands for circle vocabulary. And in this problem, there is one really kind of important vocabulary word that you have to understand to be able to solve it. That word, one of them, the most important word, is profit. And what profit means is it's how much money you earn from selling something. So profit would be how much you sold the item for minus how much it actually cost you to buy it or to make it. And K, our last part of our buck strategy, stands for knock out the information that's not needed. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through this problem and cross out everything that's not needed to solve it. And that way we can focus on only those other parts. So we don't really care the football team's selling shirts. We know that each player must sell enough shirts to pay for his jersey with the profit from the sale. We don't care that the booster club pays for other equipment. We don't care that the team buys 300 shirts to start the sale. And after we've done the 4 steps of the buck strategy, box the problem, underline the important information, circle vocabulary, and knock out any unneeded information, what we want to kind of do is summarize now what is this problem, what is the information I get out of this problem, and then from there use that information to solve it. Okay, so to summarize the information we got from following the 4 steps of the buck strategy, first we know that shirts sell for $12 but cost $5. You must profit enough to pay for your jersey, and jerseys cost $65. So now we got to figure out, well, we know we need to profit enough for the jersey, and we said profit is how much money you make from selling something. So to figure that out, I'm going to take how much did I sell one shirt for, and how much did it cost me? And I want to know how much I made by doing that. So the profit's going to be $12 minus the $5 that it takes me to make the shirt, and I'm going to profit $7 per shirt that I sell. Well, now I know that, and I need to make $65. So I have to figure out how many shirts do I have to sell making $7 a shirt to earn $65, or how many $7 fit into $65. Well, that's a division problem, so I'm going to figure that out by dividing $65 divided by 7. So when I divide 65 by 7, I get 9, and there's some left over. So if I sold 9 shirts, I earned $63. Is that enough for me to pay for my jersey? No, not really. So I'm going to have to sell one more shirt and have a little bit extra money. So I'm going to have to sell 10 jerseys. So my answer to this word problem is, to get a jersey, you must sell 10 shirts. All right, let's look at this second example, and we're going to still follow the buck strategy. So first thing, read the question. Chandler just turned 12 and received $200 for his birthday. He downloaded 21 songs from iTunes for $2 each. He also bought 2 pairs of jeans for $45 each. How much money does he have left? So the B in buck stands for box the question. So let's do that now. The question asks, how much money does he have left? The U stands for underline the important information. So to solve the question, how much money has left, I first have to know, well, how much did he start with? Well, he received $200. Okay, and from there, he spent money. So how much did he spend? Well, he bought 21 songs for $2 each. He also bought 2 pairs of jeans for $45 each. The next step in buck is C, circle vocabulary. So as I read this, I saw this word each. And I saw it again here. And he's buying more than one of everything he's bought. Each, in this context, means multiply. And in our question sentence, there's a vocabulary word. How much does he have left? Well, left is a key word that reminds you to subtract. And K stands for knock out, the unimportant information. Well, to solve this problem, it didn't ask us anything about Chandler's age or his name even, so let's get rid of that. And we didn't really care that it was his birthday. And it didn't matter where he bought the songs from. He downloaded songs from iTunes. That doesn't really matter. We just need to know he got 21 of them and they're $2 each. Okay, so we've knocked out all the important information. After you've done this, I'd like you to click pause, and in your notes, I'd like you to make a list of what's the important information we now know from following the buck strategy about the information in this word problem, and then use that information to solve the problem. So again, please click pause. When you're done pausing, you can go to you can click play and check your work. So after following buck, this is the important information you should have found. That he received $200, that he bought 21 songs for $2 each, and he bought 2 pairs of jeans for $45 each. So let's look at the first part. The songs cost $2 each, and he bought 21 of them. Each is multiplied. So songs, he spent $42. The jeans, he bought 2 pairs of jeans, and each pair was $45. So again, each is multiplied. So $45 times 2 is $90. Well, now we want to know how much he has left. So he's going to the store. He has $200. And left means subtract, so we're going to take away or subtract what he spent from what he had. So $200 minus $42 minus $90 equals $68 that he has left. Okay, now it's your turn. In your notes, I'd like you to follow the Buck strategy. So I want to see you boxing, underlining, circling, and knocking out information from this word problem, making a list of the important information that you got from doing that, and then using that information to solve the problem. Please bring this in your notes to class tomorrow.